With Avon's alliance falling apart in the last episode, he's lost a lot of people. He needs to get someone to rile these people up, to start the rebellion, to lead it, to get it going. He can only get one person. There's only one person left who can do it. His name is Blake. This is the final episode of Blake 7, the series. It's been awesome going through all these episodes for my third time through. Before we get to it, I want to do a big thanks to my friend Mike Alonzo, Clobberin Times. The link to his channel is in the description below. He passed away not too long ago, and we miss him very much. And I wish he'd been around here so we could talk about this together and how great this has been, these episodes. And he told me about Blake 7, and I got into it because of him. And it's just been an incredible ride going through these episodes. So I want to thank him, and please make sure you're checking out his channel. It is archived, and there is Blake 7 content on there, including an episode where he ranks all the episodes. He actually goes through every episode and talks about each one and puts it in a best to or worst to best order, or least favorite, let's say that, because there's no really bad episodes of Blake 7. We're going to review this last episode using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. In each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. And we're going to stop the suspense. It's a 10 out of 10. I love this episode. It was actually Clobby's favorite episode of Blake 7. It was actually the first episode he had ever seen of Blake 7. Wow. What can I say about this show and this series and this episode in particular? For this episode, the storyline is that Blake has been masquerading as a bounty hunter in order to weed out people who are either trying to trap him and to bring in people that can help him. So the Federation puts a bounty on these people. He goes after it to see if they're worthy enough to join him, or if they're plants to try to stop him. Now, he does mess up in this one. A girl, he thinks she's okay. She passes the test, but she is a spy. So that was part of his actual downfall here. But another part of it is that nobody really knows what he's doing, and he's keeping it really secret. And he's playing the role of bounty hunter so well that guys like Tarrant, who are stand up, move straight ahead, always talking the truth, fall for it themselves. When Tarrant meets up with Blake, it's great because you're like, these characters have not been seen together. It's awesome stuff. And you're like, no, Tarrant, he's a good guy. He's playing a role, but you don't know that. And even the audience doesn't know. At some points, you might be thinking, oh my God, has he gone bad? They're on their way to Gada Prime, which is Sulin's home planet. And it's just a complete trash heap. Like, everyone's bad, but they're slowly weeding up the bad guys and making it more lawful again for the Federation. But really, Blake and his team are there recruiting people. Scorpio is destroyed. We see that Auric has been repaired from his damage from the last episode, though we don't know Auric's ultimate fate in this one. We don't even really know Servalan's ultimate fate. We can assume she is the one who's coming to Gada Prime to oversee what's going on. We can assume that. We don't know for sure. We don't see it. As I said, this is a 10 out of 10, so all the categories are 2 out of 2. The story is great here. The way that they put these pieces into place in order for Blake to die at the hands of Avon and not have it seem stupid. And I don't think it is stupid. I think Avon is so stunned, firstly at seeing Blake, seeing his condition, hearing what Tarrant has said, that he sold them out. And Avon doesn't trust people anyways. And the one time in his life he let his guard down a little bit was to trust Blake. And now he's being told that even Blake betrayed him. It's just too much for Avon to handle. And Blake's like, no, Avon, I'm waiting for you. And he's like, no, don't come any closer. And he shoots him. It's absolutely heartbreaking and sad. And Avon's face, Paul Darrow, he's just like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? What have I done? And then you've got the onslaught of everyone getting shot. Now, they did it in such a way that if there was a season 5, a lot of these characters could survive. And Avon's ultimate fate is unknown, though if you do read the Lucifer books, which continue it on, he is alive with Auric, still fighting Servalan, which leads me to believe that he is still alive. If Paul Darrow is writing these and narrating them on Big Finish and all of that, then I'm going to say that's official, and I'm going to say that Avon lives, and that is what I'm always going to go by, because it's just I just can't accept that he's gone. It's just that simple. Avon lives and continues to fight to this day. That's how I look at it. And he never died on screen. So there you go. What can I say about this amazing show? It's my third favorite show of all time. I've got the Blu-ray sets coming. I cannot wait to get into those. They're going to have the updated effects, so I'm going to see how that looks and see what I think about that. It might ruin some of the charm, but it might improve it. I don't know. I'll have to make my judgment when I see those. There's really not much more I can say on this show. I've gone through every episode, and you know that I've given everything. Most of them are 10 out of 10. If you just ask me, I'm just going to say this entire series is 10 out of 10. No, I don't think it got worse in season 4. In fact, I love season 4. I love all of the seasons. If anything, I think it slowly got a little bit better. If you are starting this show, if you have been watching these videos and you have not seen the show and you're living this experience through my reviews, you should watch it. And unfortunately, now you know the ultimate conclusion of the series, but it is worth going through. I mean, once we finished it once, I thought, oh, I have to do this again. There's just no way. I was so stunned. And I'm thinking, is this a dream, or like, this can't be really happening? Everyone is getting killed. I'm like, wow. Even when Scorpio went down, you're like, oh man, Scorpio's down. What the hell? Slave is gone. The only person we didn't see, is Avon and Orak, really. So we'll see, have to see what their plans were with that. But yeah, they do mention that Jenna died. Now, there is a Blake clone still out there, I believe, and the Clone Masters are dead. So I don't know if that Blake clone is around. Let me know in the comments if that guy is still around, because you could still technically even have him back, right? Not much more to talk about. Love this series. It's an absolute dream to have it. I pretty much pray every night that it doesn't get remade, because I just know that they're not going to be able to do this kind of quality of characters and writing. Today's standards, it's not happening. I don't know who they could even possibly get. They just can't get anyone that is Paul Darrow. He is definitely... the Doctor from Doctor Who, which is my favorite show. The Doctor is, I guess, my favorite character in television, because of the Doctor of who he is. But the recent Doctor Who's have been so poorly done that it's kind of tainted the Doctor, whereas Avon has not been tainted in any way. So it's tough. I want to say Paul Darrow, Avon is my favorite character. He's my favorite character in Blake 7, but one of my favorite characters of all time. Ultimately, Superman is actually my favorite #1 fictional character of anything. But Avon would definitely be up there. And for television, for sure. Up there with Kirk, Spock, Doctor, all these great characters. So love this episode, 10 out of 10. Love this series. This whole thing is 10 out of 10. I love everything. If you guys have been watching all these, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Going through all this with me. Please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel, man. And that's it. We're going to move on to The Prisoner next. The Prisoner. I've seen that only one time, so this is going to be my second time watching The Prisoner. I'm so excited to go through that and bring you my thoughts on that as well. That's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time.